April 3rd, Mckelti's finally in labor now. She's a couple days late. Robyn couldn't be at the birth in person just because of COVID. And it was still so important for Mckelti to have Robyn there.
Only my mom, Christine, and my mom, Robyn, I'm a lot closer to those two, and I'm a lot more bonded to those two than I am to Janelle or Mary. I'm not close to them, and I wanted to make sure that my birth was very much about, selfishly, I want my birth to be about me.
Everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday, September 22nd. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today has been pretty busy. I actually took like part of the day off, not really, but I was like, you know what, today I'm gonna go pick up my son at school. So I took a little bit of a detour this afternoon instead of filming. So I'm a little bit late to the game, and I apologize if this gets uploaded a little bit later than normal. Today I'm going to talk about probably only a few things. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather with my allergies and having a hard time kind of getting my life together and getting this tickle out of my throat. If you're feeling the ragweed and the fall allergies, you can raise your hand. Okay, so a new clip just came out from Sister Wives, and this one is, I'm shocked. Well, no, I don't know. I shouldn't be shocked. Maybe I am shocked. I don't know. You know what's really funny is when they release information and it's a clip that comes out and it's like new details that you didn't know existed, and you are supposed to be like super happy that this is happening because the person there is getting who they want to be there, right? But then you realize like what this person says about why they love this person, and you sort of go back in time and you connect dots and you're like, what the heck? Yeah, that was my moment today. So let's dive into Mckelti inviting Robyn to her birth and why I found this very weird, because of not her wanting Robyn there, but why she and Robyn became close. So before we get into it, do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and turn your notifications on so you know when new content loads. If I ever go live, make sure all of those notifications are set so you never miss a video. Double check to make sure you're subscribed too if you haven't subscribed, if you have been subscribed, and make sure you leave some comments. I'm so thrilled to see so many of you in the comments enjoying this content. I've been having a hard time doing anything but Duggars and Sister Wives just because we're in that season right now where Sister Wives is in full force, and I feel like this happens every season with Sister Wives because you guys become so addicted to the show, and I feel like this sense of duty to talk about it with you because it's like literally one of the primary reasons you come here. So let's dive into this new clip that came out from TLC. Yesterday we talked about Cody basically wanting to kick the boys out, and this one is about Mykelti having her baby Avalon. So Avalon was born in 2021 in April. And so this should tell you how far behind we are. A year and a half behind. That's a long time. And while she's giving birth, I think you remember she wanted to do a home birth, and I think you remember she was going to use a midwife, and I think you remember that she was like very excited. They had already picked the name out. They knew well ahead. They'd picked the name out well ahead of time. I loved the name Avalon, Asa, and Christine was actually there for the birth, but it was her inviting Robyn that had me like scratching my head. I don't particularly remember Robyn being super close with any of the kids, but then I remembered that during a period of time, Aspen moved back home, and instead of moving in with Christine, she moved in with Robyn. So some of the older girls actually gravitated towards Robyn. And maybe I shouldn't be surprised because Robyn is 7 or 8 years younger than Christine. So sometimes people, like kids especially, gravitate towards younger adults because they're closer to their age, they're closer to the time that they went through all of that period. It's easier for them to relate to them. and it's an adult that's not their mom. Christine is very close to Janelle's kids, but something I didn't really think about is that Janelle basically used Christine as daycare. And I don't think Christine's kids are as close to Janelle. It doesn't mean that they don't love Janelle, but Janelle just wasn't like the mothering type at all. So Mckelti mentions that she's very close to Christine and Robyn, and she calls Robyn her mom.
Third, Mckelti's finally in labor now. She's a couple days late, and she's really in labor.
Do you want to call Robyn? Yeah.
Let her know we can Zoom her. Robyn couldn't be at the birth in person, and it was still so important for Mckelti to have Robyn there.
And then as far as having only my mom, Christine, and my mom, Robyn, I'm a lot closer to those two, and I'm a lot more bonded to those two than I am to Janelle or Mary. I'm not close.
Mckelti says that she's closer to her mom, Christine, and her mom, Robyn. I didn't realize that Robyn was close to any of the older kids. I assumed that most of the kids did not like Robyn. Now, I just want to do a huge shout out to Christine that despite how she feels about Cody and Robyn and how Cody has treated her and because he prefers Robyn, that she still sets aside that in order for her daughter to have who she wants at her birth. I mean, that's pretty big. It's not easy to share a husband and then to know that you have to share your kids with a woman that you actually are not super fond of. It takes a really big person to do that. So Christine setting aside that disconnect and negative feelings that she has for Robyn so that her daughter has what she needs is what a good mother would do. And it tells me that Christine will be good with co-parenting. I trust that she would be able to share the kids and do what the kids need to be able to give them the love that they have and not deny them who they love and who they're connected to. Because regardless of what happens now, really, the kids did, to a point, grow up with Robyn, sort of. Robyn came in like 2009. They got married in 2010. And so, but this is the part that I actually think is super interesting. So Mckelti's close to Robyn. She's not close to Janelle or Mary. I don't think Mary's close to anyone,
Mary,
honestly.
I'm not close to them, and I wanted to make sure that my birth was very much about, selfishly, I want my birth to be about me.
A lot of the things that I've heard about Mary is that she's very abrasive, and that abrasiveness and that straightforwardness is a turnoff to some people. And I can understand that. So, if you're a laid back person and you have someone that's sort of like high strung and like very forceful in how they speak, it's hard to balance like that and someone who's like more reserved. In my life, I'm a very laid back person. I know it's weird for me to say that, but I'm actually a huge introvert. And so if I'm talking to someone and the other person is extremely forceful, if they get very heated, if they have a lot of passion, if they get very direct and sort of they can easily overwhelm me because one, I'm an introvert, and two, it takes a lot for me to get like overwhelmed myself. It takes a lot for me to get heated. So when someone else gets heated, I immediately feel that, and I don't know what that's about. But so I can see how, if that's how Mary is, it would be for people that are more introverted and more quiet and just more reserved, which is how Janelle describes herself to be. So now going over to Robyn and Mckelti, and I didn't know this, and I don't know why I didn't know this.
Robyn and Mckelti have a very, very special bond. When Robyn came into the family, she immediately just embraced Mckelti, and I'll always, always love and respect Robyn for her relationship with Mckelti.
I moved in with Robyn when my dad and Robyn were first courting because she needed some help with the kids for school, around the house, so I lived with her for a few months. And that's why I'm still so close to Robyn and her kids, is because of just that special time that just us had together.
So when Cody and Robyn were courting, they allowed Mckelti to move in with Robyn to help her with her kids. So even when Robyn was single and not with Cody, they were using a nanny or someone to help with Robyn and the kids. And instead of her finding like an adult, they brought in Mckelti. It's sweet on the surface, and I don't know what time of year this actually happened. If it was the summer, it's totally different, and I can understand this. But So Mckelti's 26 years old, and if this was 2009, she would have been 13. In the world of polygamy, girls literally that are over the age of 12, 13, 14, they get married. And that's the sad, disgusting part of polygamy. So for a 13-year-old to become a mother's helper, I guess, is outside of the realm of possibilities. But I think it's odd that they moved someone in with Robyn to help her. Like they weren't even engaged yet, and Mckelti's already living with them. Mckelti might have been going through a struggle. She might have needed to have some space. I don't know. If you remember, Mckelti was pretty rebellious. It is very sweet that Robyn took her in, but it's also very odd. Like you're having her move in with someone that you don't really know. So weird. But on top of that, I just want to sort of put this out there. Robyn has always needed help with her kids. Always. Always. Now, a lot of you give her crap and you say, like, why does she need help? Why does she need help with her kids? I'm just going to go out on a ledge and I'm going to be a little bit empathetic to Robyn here. Robyn has a son that has autism. So Dayton is 21, maybe, I think now. And she said back in the day that he's diagnosed with Asperger's. Asperger's is actually level 1, or it's on the autism spectrum. She has a child with autism. I don't know if you have a child with autism, but I have a child with autism. And I know that there's a level of care and, help that children need that have autism. And so Robyn may have very well needed help to not only meet the needs of Dayton and all of his specific, whatever therapies or helps that he needed throughout the day, because he probably needed a higher level of care than the other children. She probably did need help. I just think it's odd that it fell on a 13-year-old and that they offered a 13-year-old to go live with a virtual stranger. Isn't that so bizarre? So even during the time of the courtship, the Browns were sacrificing a family member to live with Robyn. Now, it is sweet that they developed this relationship, but it's still a world I'll never understand. I can't imagine sending a child to a stranger's house, a virtual stranger, and having them live with them so dad can help, so dad can court their mom, and so she can help with the kids. I wonder if Robyn has her own struggles, like that she needs help with her kids. Like it seems like Christine was able to navigate and manage 12 kids without help for the most part. Does Robyn have her own struggles? A lot of people have been worried about Robyn and they think she has something going on with her thyroid. I still have zero clue if that's true. But sometimes I wonder, like, does Robyn have anxiety? Is there something in Robyn's life that makes it challenging for her? Or is it just the fact that she has a higher needs kid, Dayton, that needed more help and resources? That I'll never know. But why that responsibility fell onto Mckelti, well, she likes that bond. It's a lot to put on a 13-year-old kid. And again, just a very odd choice. But again, I'm not in polygamy. I don't know. I hope this was over the summer and not during the school year. So Mckelti got her 2 moms to help her on the day of her delivery. Robyn was able to tune in, and Robyn was the surprise guest at the birth. So what are your thoughts about that? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.